The next game on our list, it is the New York Giants moving to 3-1 as they take down the Chicago Bears 20-12. In this game, it was not pretty. It was a pretty typical game for both these teams, I would say. I feel like they're can we talk about it? Can we talk about it again, Aaron? Justin Fields, this Bears offense. We'll talk about the Giants. They won the game. That's great. We'll talk about them in a second, but we have to just talk about the elephant in the room of Justin Fields. This offense, only 11 completions in this game. Again, another one where it's 174 yards, another under 200 yards. It's not like, what do you want to see the Bears do? Do they need to fire Matt? Do they need to fire their offense coordinator? Do they need to fire somebody? Do they need to trade for somebody? Do they need to just wait till the season ends, move on from somebody? Like, what is the so like? I don't know where to go with this offense anymore.
Yeah, I'm stumped. I don't know. I think they need more talent on the offensive side of the football, and this is going to sound weird because he hasn't produced. I think they should trade for Kenny Galladay. Um, I know it's a big contract, and I know he hasn't produced in New York, but I'm of the mindset that they need to go out and get every single weapon that they could possibly get for Justin Fields. And if I'm the Chicago Bears, I run a whole football game and I'd run the ball twice. I would throw every down. I would just throw every down. And I would say, I need to see if this is our guy. Because right now I can't tell. I can't tell. When you only throw the ball as the little amount of times that they're throwing the ball, I mean, we're talking about, what is it, 67 times in 4 games. 67 times in 4 games. There have been quarterbacks this year that have thrown the ball 67 times in 1 game. I think it was Josh Allen the other day. Joe Flacco. Yeah. So I just don't know. I haven't seen enough. It's like they don't trust him, or they don't trust the weapons that they have, so they won't allow him to do anything with it. They're not creative on offense. Maybe it's an offensive coordinator issue, but I know one person that is definitely to blame, and that's the general manager. The building of this team has been atrocious, and they should be ashamed of themselves for trading up for a franchise quarterback and not having a plan in place to make him successful. That's the one guy I can blame. I can't really blame Matt Eberflus. He just got there. He inherited this team. And you're like, God, he's probably looking at it like, what in the hell do I do? So if in order to do something, I'm going to run the ball 50 times because that's all I can do. I'm going to do it. So I don't blame him. I blame the front office, and it's bad, man. You're talking like record-breaking 8 completions, 7 completions, 8 completions, 11 completions. This is like 1960 football.
Yeah, I've never seen anything
like Bears are setting back the NFL decades with this type of offense. They might as well line up and run the wishbone. They might as well put David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, and whoever else they got back in there with, 8 tight or 7 tight and run the damn wishbone. Like
that's what I needed to hear. That's going to be the headline of this video here.
27 blast ice. We ran the wishbone in my pee-wee football in West Sac. 27 blast ice, 43 counter. Like, we can line up and just play that way because that's what this
run the wishbone. Run the wishbone. You heard it here, right here. The Chicago Bears run the wishbone. That's fantastic. In this game, though, I will say, Justin Fields, he had a season high passing yards of 174 in just 6 pass attempts.
Also of 11 completions.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Darnell Mooney was a thing. 4 receptions, 94 yards. That's good.
You know you're desperate when I'm telling people to trade for Kenny Galladay.
That's the low. That's the low of the low. So let's go over to the Giants side. Speaking of Kenny Galladay, who left this game, I joked around when I got the report saying it said Kenny Galladay was heading to the locker room. I was like, what, did they just kick him off the sidelines? They say, we can't have you here anymore. Like, it's it. We can't do this to Kenny Galladay. The Giants did win this game, though, 20-12. Daniel Jones went out with an ankle injury. Tyrod Taylor had got a concussion. Daniel Jones ended up coming back in. Is this Does it matter if Daniel Jones is hurt? Like, what's the status of like where you stand if like Daniel Jones misses time? Are they in big trouble, or does it even matter because well they have Saquon Barkley?
Well, it matters, and I don't know who's going to play quarterback because Tyrod Taylor is also out. Like that's a problem. But I think we can't just gloss over this either. The Giants' offense has been atrocious as well. Like it's damn near as bad as the Bears. The difference is they've scored more touchdowns because of Saquon. Like Saquon in that running game is the Giants' offense. Daniel Jones had 2 rushing touchdowns on some play action. Like that was cool. But this Giants' offense has been bad. It hasn't been a good offense. It's been Saquon Barkley or nothing. The Bears and the Giants have a very similar problem. The difference is the Giants' defense is really good. A lot better than people, had given them credit for. So, but they have just as many offensive problems, and it was supposed to be something Brian Daboll was supposed to come in and fix, and he hasn't been able to do that. From a team overall perspective, he has them fighting, very similar to the Atlanta Falcons. So, yeah, they're buying in, and they do have some talent on the Giants. Like, we can see some talented pieces, but that offense has been broken for years now as well, and I think you're running into the same situation here. If it's not Saquon Barkley, good luck trying to be productive against good football teams. So yep. I told you guys I thought Tyrod Taylor should start from day one. I think he's a better quarterback. I think the problem is obviously he's hurt now, but I think he gives them the best chance to win games. And I'm not shying away from that. I would go back to Tyrod when he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean we had that thought earlier on in the season about talking about how Tyrod could give this team the best chance to win for the Giants. And it's similar to what I just said about Derrick Henry. My player of the game is going to Saquon Barkley because, well, he is this offense. This is the recipe for success. You just give them this is the recipe for success for the Giants here. You just give Saquon Barkley the ball and let him do what he did. 31 carries, 2 receptions, 162 total yards. He didn't find the end zone, but he set the Giants up for the points that they got, the 20 points that they did receive. Saquon Barkley, my player of the game in a Giants win, 20-12 over the Chicago Bears. Bears.